Hey everybody, guess what? I fell asleep on you. Sorry I'm late, but it's Friday and welcome to the Friday chat. Happy 4th of July to everyone. Hey, everybody bow. Everybody bow down to the Queen of the North. I fell asleep. Didn't even get the notification put up. I fell asleep and I just woke up a little bit ago. Oh my god, I better get over there and get on my live stream. I don't even have I just got my regular old house background. Oh, now I'm in trouble. Somebody come in the back door. You guys are going to see everybody. Wait when you go by. She's not going to wave at you.
No, I'm not waving.
Hey, old man, how you doing?
How's little Steve doing?
Kyle, how you doing? Peanuts, peppers, how you doing? Are you talking to me?
Yeah. How's little Steve? You ever hear from him anymore?
Not for a while. Hey, Brett Fort, good to see you too. What's going on? Happy 4th of July to everybody. Good to see y'all. Kind of dark right here. I'm sorry. Like I said, maybe I can get some more light in here. Hold on. This might work. Let's see how that works. Oh, that helps a little bit. Let's just see a little bit of me. So what's everybody up to today? Anybody gonna be doing anything for the 4th? Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a heat wave here too. It is hot outside. I was gonna have my live stream outside and do it off the porch. I got out there and the humidity was just too much. Let me see if I can figure out what the heat is here. It is 88, but it feels a whole lot hotter than that with the humidity out there. Yeah, darn it, I didn't even get the notification up. Oh, you're barbecuing some ribs? That sounds pretty interesting. You must gonna have some family over, huh, old man? $95, is that in Florida then, Kyle? I was watching the news earlier this morning about Florida and the darn pandemic. Looks like they're closing down a whole lot of you guys' beaches. Yeah, are they gonna close them down where you're located at, Kyle? trying to lose some weight. I've been sucking on sugarless candy. I know it's not all sugarless, but has less sugar in it than a popsicle or some of that other stuff I've been eating. 64 degrees in Bremerton. Oh, you could have a few friends. Okay. So it must be overcast there, right? I kind of miss living out there. They are having here for this summer. They built this like little plaza thing downtown on the main street of our small city that we live in. So they built a plaza thing down there a couple of years ago, and they haven't done anything with it. So this summer, what they're going to do is they're going to have what they call music in the plaza. So last night was the first night we went down for it. It's pretty good. They had two two bands play. One band that I didn't think was too good was must have been the warmer upper band, but they did okay. They warmed up everybody, you know. Then that second band they came out. They were pretty good. The thing ran from 6 in the evening till about 9 in the evening, and it was pretty good. Everybody sat around out in the open air and listened to music and visited with friends. I thought it was kind of cool, and they're going to be doing that all the way through. I think it's the third weekend in August. So they give everybody around here in this small town a little something to do, you know.
Oh, it's the belly.
Wintergreen Altoids. Yeah, I think I've got wintergreen. I just buy a stack of them. Let me see if I got some left. Yeah, these little things here, like lifesavers. They're wintergreen. I like those to suck on. I'm trying to read the chat here with you guys here. So when you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. I have my tablet sitting right here. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Good to see you. Did I miss something on you, Kyle? Not in Tampa. Uh, all the all the beaches are open in Tampa. Yeah, I heard some of them were open, some of them were closed. I think it just depends on the amount of open cases and stuff. How is Michael doing this afternoon? Yeah, I like the ones in the middle too, also, man. Keith, hey, Keith Crunk, you guys, we have a stream going now. How you doing, brother? Oh, you're at work. You're just popping in. Yep, happy Fourth to you as well, my friend. I think it's hot out for everybody if they live somewhere right around the middle of the United States. Oh, I should have brought my new mug in here. I got one of the new mugs that I've been sending out to folks. I even bought me one, so it's it's in there where I have my coffee. I could have brought it in here since I don't have the green screen going, showing you guys what it looks like. Oh yeah, that it's 94, but it feels like 100. Yeah, that's that darn humidity. Uh-oh. Wave, everybody.
Hi, folks.
I gotta put my earpiece.
I'm here. Just been a little busy. Hi, everybody. Hi, Michael. Hi, Kyle. Yeah.
Okay, I got you now.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, Keith. Hi, old man. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Lori.
E2E, hey, good to see you.
Yep. P2E. Hi, everybody.
I'm gonna be changing the name of my channel here pretty soon.
What?
I've had this one for about 2 or 3 years.
Now I'm staying, Die Bullfrog until I finish my 100 videos and I'm off air on.
It's gonna be JIT something. I haven't figured out the rest of it. I'm just shortening it up a little bit.
Yeah, we got a nice chat going on. We got, I think, 6 people watching. Hi, folks. I got my other tablet on, so it's about 94. I just finished doing 12 box lunches for certain elderly folks for my church.
Oh, nice.
And I had people pick it up. That's why I'm a little late.
So you said it's 94 there?
Yep, 94. That's
Yeah.
Sure.
Everybody said it's hot where they're at.
Yeah. I got to make sure everything stays cold and stays warm. You just can't leave food out in the middle of the driveway. And I have to stay 6 feet away from everybody because of my lung conditions.
Well, you weren't the only one late. I was late too, so
yeah.
I fell asleep. I didn't even get my notification up. I came out here in the kitchen where I have all my stuff, and I opened up the computer and I looked at the clock and I go, just still a little bit too early to put the notification up. So I just left everything opened up and went back in the living room, and I pooped out in my recliner, and the next thing I know, it was 2:12.
That's all right. Remember, everybody, I did a video. I did the second video, and the feds are cracking down. You would not believe. I've been watching on 6 different international channels. They're chasing everybody, especially in Portland and Seattle. You got to be, in the head. If you're driving around a car with your windows covered up with everything and make-believe armor and no license plate and guns sticking out, and you see the police looking at you, what do you think they're going to do? I thought that was hilarious myself, folks.
That must have been in another country.
Oh, no. It was, whatchamacallit, Seattle and Portland. They're driving around now in cars
that look like tanks.
No, they look like from rejects from Mad Max.
Yeah.
And, you're on a state highway, which is a federal highway, and you have the highway patrol kind of looking at you at kind of cockeyed, and you're wearing black hoodies and makeup and got orange hair. What do you think they're going to do?
Yep, they're going to come right after you. Yep.
Yeah. Especially when
John.
Hi, John's Life. Lori, what I did for the 12 people from our church group that are elderly and can't cook I made them a gluten-free muffin. I had salmon burgers, seasoned to each person's taste. I had a nice tomato base with a cabbage salad with a vinaigrette, and I had fried onions. That sounds like a nice lunch, right, folks?
Yeah, nice lunch for elderly folks.
Yep. And I know they like something a little bit fried on the side, so I julienne all the fries, so it's not big rings, but small enough they could take bites. And if you have dentures, you can chew on it. Because that was my biggest complaint last night when I did corn dogs and onion rings. They liked the corn dogs, couldn't eat the onion rings. It's too big. I had to cut it with a knife. And like, okay, I'll julienne.
If anybody wants to come up on the panel, I'm going to put one up there. I just got a thing in my email saying that now here on StreamYard, I can have up to 10 people on my panels at a time. So
Good. Everybody come.
Yep. Instead of
Come
having
aboard.
4 or 5, I can have 10.
Yeah. Come on board, everybody. I'm kind of tired. I'm busy too. I was trying to film the other video, but I'm just too tired. I got the church work I got to do, and doing it from my house is not fun. So I've been doing cooking, not at the church, but at my house. And I got to pick up supplies because, man, people eat a lot, including my family. And, you know, and then I'm teaching my nephews how to garden.
You saw an RG for sale for 160? Wow.
Yeah, I know. It isn't ridiculous, isn't it? People are going nuts. And then we have the problem with the House and Senate passing all these weird gun control bills, like the Senate one. And then the House put up National Gun Registration and Confiscation. I'm like, what? It's like, I can see the silver lining in it. That means my friends who are kind of, you know, bent nose and, you know, they're laughing their heads off. They're going to make money more than I do.
Yeah. This is how I look at it. It's good and it's bad, you know. The good thing is that it will take the guns away from a few of the crazies.
Right. But the bad thing is every criminal from every meth head and no potheads. I like potheads. But every drug addict you could think of. Hi,
P2E. Hey, good to see you, my friend.
You got it.
You got to fix your sound.
You got to have a headpiece.
I don't hear you, my friend. You have to do something there.
No, you need a mic and a headpiece.
You've got a headphone for your phone. You can use that. That's what I use.
If you're on Streamer and you're using a mobile phone thingy, it won't pick up the sound. Hi, Macabases. Nope, still can't hear you. Hi, Jackie Puppet.
Yeah, it is bad. It's gotten that bad, John. Oh, he's doing something. There you go. I hear something.
I hear static.
No. Hey,
Nope, still static.
You don't have a headset?
Nope.
I heard him drumming his fingers. I did get your email, Jay and Dick. No problem on that security too, my friend. I don't give anybody's out.
I got on YouTube.
Hey, DeWitt. Try it like that. Whoops.
Yep. Sorry, Pete.
I changed it, hoping that would help him.
I think we're still open, aren't we? Well,
yeah, we're still going. But I was trying to get him, trying to give him a. There he is. He's back.
Okay.
You don't have a headset, P2E? Even just a headphone from a phone or something.
Yeah, we're not picking you up, so we're getting white noise.
Keep working on it. We'll wait on you. Jackie Puppet. How the heck are you? That's okay, P2E. Just figure it out.
That's all right. No, but one thing I've been talking to my friends about, once this gun fear and gun craze dies down, you're going to see a lot of guns at the gun store being sold back.
Yeah.
Unless they set up.
Well, there's going to be a lot. Just put them in the closet.
I hope not, because I'm afraid some kid's going to find it and shoot themselves. Well, this lady said I won't say it. Now, I do want to say to people, some of the truckers are not going to the major cities because I just talked to my friend who works for Kraft. We have a big Kraft processing plant. We got more cows here than half of the states and on the East Coast. So what they're doing is diverting all the cheese to other places in the United States. So if you're in a city that has these fools riding around, guess what happened to your cheese? It's going that
Well, that's what my buddy, he works for a big trucking outfit in Colorado. And he picks up the meats there and he takes them all the way out on the East Coast. And then they process them out there.
Yeah, we do the same thing here. Morgan's and also Harris. The big thing with Kraft is they have a limited amount of trucks. They don't want their trucks damaged, so they're not going to yeah, it just takes a little practice. And the headset too, that always works. It only costs
usually if you just use a headset off your phone, that's fine. Because the jack will usually plug right into your tablet or whatever you're using to go live on.
Yeah, I think they have one.
And most of the time, the tablet or the laptop will just assimilate right to it. So pair to it or whatever you want to call it.
Now, like I said, Kraft here has a certain amount of trucks. So if your big city's riding, they're not going to go near it. And I talked to my friend, he's supposed to do from now until the 25th, he's supposed to do like 30 deliveries. It's been cut in half. He's only doing 15 deliveries. And he said they're not going near LA. So if you're looking for cheese, you better buy it now because you won't find it like, what happened to the cheese? What happened to the meat? What happened to the milk? Because
Yeah, I think Jay had to come up with that up there because I believe that too. It should be coming up there. He's saying that he's not even trying to be negative, and I don't think it's negative at all.
Nope.
But you don't expect anything to be getting any peaceful or even normal for quite a few years.
Yeah,
I mean, because we were at whatever normal was before, and
it's
that
not normal
that was
anymore.
and as soon as everything turned upside down, people have to now learn how to create a new normal. So
Yeah,
it's not going to be anywhere near like it was ever again, you know.
right. First thing, hi to Crazy Scotsman and High Desert Pioneer. And if you're using Bluetooth, it doesn't work too well. I tried it; does not work at all with Streamer. Tried it about 6 times. All you get is static.
I could answer a question for John. He's asking why do people think the RGs and the high points and Jeheminas are I can't pronounce it. I never have. Are worth so much money all of a sudden. I think it's because it's harder for them to trace them.
No, because they're down the bucket. Everybody's 6 weeks behind on guns, and on the legal front, the guys with the bent noses, they're backed up 6 weeks. They don't have anything to sell. I'll check it out, Lori, once I get off because I'm using my main thing to check for email and stuff. And the big demand for the high points is because it's a fixed barrel. Jimenez, it's more of a pocket pistol. I'm afraid it goes back into my head, the slide, or RG go there because it's a zinc-based frame. I'm not too happy with them.
I think it's because they're a simpler gun to maintain and to be able to modify.
That'll be the high point Jimenez and the Jimenez and the RGs.
When you have something like that, then it would be easier to sell it for just about whatever you want because they're changing the gun laws all the time, you know.
Oh yeah, I remember when High Point was $100, $80. I could got 4 for $50 a piece if I wanted to. It's a big clunky gun. It's not a hip carry. It's not a shoulder carry. It's what you put on the inside the bedroom door or lockbox, and you pull it out and use it.
Oh yeah, everything's going up, old man.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, I think everybody says if you try to watch the mainstream news, they all try to make it sound like it's sugar coated, but it's not.
Now, I don't believe mainstream news. They said, oh, they're not really chasing after the rioters. That was that guy who always bothered Mr. Donald Trump on CNN. I'm looking at him. Excuse me, that guy behind you. I'm like,
it's like that Karl Rove guy on Fox.
Yeah, it's like, nah, I don't trust no media. All media is idiots.
If you pay attention to everything, all of them together, and then start watching the overseas stuff, you can finally put a picture together that is more reasonable than anything.
Right. You have to be careful on the 3840 RGs. They're made from high quality aircraft steel. But the bad thing is there's a couple of them aren't treated right. So they have a tendency to fragment. In other words, you can shoot the round, but afterwards you don't have a gun. The cylinder will fall off, the firing pin will fall off, the hammer
Yeah,
gun.
I don't care for High Point.
No, that's RG. High Point, it's all right. It has a few bugs in it. Gemini's, it's all right for whatchamacallit.
Oh, now we've got a good stream going now.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, Scotsman?
Hey, Scotsman. I prefer cooking and growing vegetables. It's like my patio garden. I tried to teach my nephew how to prune roses.
Eventually, yeah. That's right, Scotsman.
Of course.
Maybe you can answer that guy's question better than I can. I don't know if you were here for it, but
Which one was it?
the question was, why do people think that the RGs and High Points and Jimenez are worth so much?
Shortage? Hi, Tibor. Now we got a live stream.
Tibor!
I like the 57. It wasn't too bad, but for a serious working gun, I'd be really nervous. I don't like to talk guns too much because it's very tiring, and I don't want to display some of the stuff I know. Oh, and there's a big shortage. If anybody goes to a bent nose guy and says, I have something in my trunk, don't buy it. You know, I looked at it, I'm like, how much you want? I want $2,000. No, don't buy that stuff, okay? It's probably hot, and, you know, it's probably from high mofo letters. It's probably hot.
Oh, I don't care if it's hot. I don't do anything illegal, so
No,
I don't care if it's hot or not. If it's functioning, if it's functioning and is in good condition, and if I know enough about the gun, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
If it's hot and it's linked to several serial killings, I don't think you want that, peeps. What do you think, Will?
Well, you don't have any way of knowing if it's linked to anybody or not, to any crimes or anything.
You got to be careful. There's a lot of floater pieces out there they're trying to sell, and everybody knows each kind of illegal gun dealer, and they know who sells the crappy stuff and who sells the good stuff.
Yeah, I don't like to give a lot of advice on guns. I like to look at them and make my own opinions, but I'm by far no expert on them.
Nah, neither am I, but I got to be really careful. I don't want to go to jail for next, 10 to 40 years in a federal pen?
They're trying to get everybody to take everybody's guns anyway, you know.
Oh, yeah, they're going after left, right, and between. They don't care. If you do something out of the normal, they're going to slam you. And I tell people, you have to use what you...
They won't take your guns as long as you're not doing anything wrong.
If you show up with a black rifle in a certain area, yes, they will. Because like that couple, oh God, in St. Louis, I think, and then another lady was, you don't pull out your weapon and wave it in front of a small family at a shopping center. Okay, brandishing a weapon, assault. If you're not in danger, they're not trying to kill you, just being dumbasses.
Hey, Mo Mello.
Anyway, then you don't have to you have to worry if they're going to kill you. Yes, but if you don't and you wave it around, you have just slammed about 6 statues on you.
Yeah, that's why I said it. As long as you don't do anything wrong.
Right. If you're doing imitation or intimidation or posturing, like the St. Louis couple, they're rich. They could go to court for 1.5 years and probably they're going to have the charges dropped. Anybody else, that's 10 to 40 years in prison. Because if the state could do it, the feds could come on top of it. Remember what Gil says?
Yeah.
If it gets a good case, guess who's going to follow up with additional charges? The federales. Sorry for the bad accent.
Hey, Scotsman, you hear that you can have up to 10 people on StreamYard now?
Yeah, come aboard, Scotsman. And
You can, I just got it in my email.
yeah, and congrats.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a paid member or just a standard member.
Come aboard, Crazy Scotsman. Let's say hello to our newest American, the Crazy Scotsman. Happy 4th. You're
He
American.
gets to vote this year.
Yeah, and also you can enjoy the 4th of July. That's brats, bangers, hot dogs, French fried potatoes. Ugh, tired. I'm still peeling a bunch of stuff. I got to make sweet potato fries for my family and plus 12 elderly people. So I've been peeling studs in the kitchen since 4 in the morning. So I'm tired.
You help a lot of people, Die Bullfrog.
I take care of a lot of people. It's like I'm looking at them cross-eyed and I keep saying, this is a list what Uncle Alan needs. I want you to make sure everybody buys a box this month of family size big bag or big box of cereal.
Hey, Scotsman.
Hey, how we doing?
It's going.
How you
Congratulations.
doing, Al?
Welcome as an American.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Drink a lot of beer.
I will.
Oh, boy. I tell a lot of people, if on the 4th, stay at home because I got a rumor, but I can't confirm it yet. But everybody, well, you remember the Oklahoma bombing, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
92, when those kooks went up with a Ryder truck and blew it up in front of a daycare center in the federal building. It's like, I keep telling people if you see a big car that doesn't look right, or a big truck, or somebody wearing a raincoat or a heavy jacket in 100-degree weather, you run the other way fast. Because a lot of people don't remember, as for a time in other countries, we had all these crazy suicide bombers. People just watch it on the news. Hey, I can't see it. Is that 23 KC?
Yep.
Yep. Hey.
Hey, 23 KC.
Yeah, there for a while in the early 90s, man, there was a lot of bombings and stuff going on.
Oh,
even,
God.
even
Yeah.
back home, it was crazy.
Right, in Ireland.
Everything goes in cycles. Have you ever noticed that?
Yep, it does. And one of the biggest things that people seem to forget is history repeats itself.
Oh, yep.
And with the situation we have going on now, if you guys do some research, you'll realize that this has happened in the past. This happened in the early 90s.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
sorry, in the early 1900s, sorry.
Right, I go back a little bit. I go right after the First World War. You go further back, but after the First World War, 1919 to 1926, how many wars and revolutions and insurrections they had back then?
Hey, Steve.
Hi, Steve. That's Steve from Corsair Trainers. And be sure to check out his garden video. It's an update. It's a good garden video.
Yeah, it's crazy. The medical professionals have done this before, and obviously we learned nothing because they're doing it again, doing everything the same way they did it back then, which was shut everything down, which caused the Great Depression.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they're pushing for a second shutdown, which if that happens, we probably will end up in another depression.
Yeah, but it's going to be
It'll be a financial depression besides just
no. Because guys, I always read from 1919 to 1926. You're going to have right after the shutdowns, it's all going to open up, and that what's always happened, you have a small boom cycle. Remember the Roaring 20s? Everybody was instant millionaire, and when time to come to pay the bills, 1931, 1932, what happened? Like Crazy Scotsman says, we went into a Great Depression. Everything went.
Yep, and it's in the process, and that why do you think they want to erase history? They want to take down monuments of people and people that, you know. So that's the other thing too. Is some of these monuments are people that actually helped free slaves. Yeah, apparently they're you know, they were slave owners themselves and all the rest of it. So let's destroy them. And yeah.
Yeah, that's what I don't get is everybody owned slaves back in those days anyway, you know.
Right. But what's kind of funny, folks, is everybody's so happy of Hamilton, the musical. Nobody ever reads Hamilton, the real history. And Hamilton had a couple of servants. And he called them servants because he didn't want to say they're slaves, which always cracks me up. And whatchamacallit, I forgot the other thing I was laughing too hard, my brain slipped. They tore down the statue of Martin Luther King, and I'm looking at them like, what the hell? Now, a lot of you young people out there don't know Martin Luther King. He was a civil rights activist, and he was an African American. And on the base of his pedestal of his Rex statue, get rid of Whitey, and they were painting the statue white. And those are the kind of I'm looking at them like, there's something wrong with these kids. I don't know. What do you think, Crazy Scotsman?
Yeah, there is. It's nothing to do with civil rights. It's nothing to do with, you know, slavery. It's nothing to do with anything like that. It's all about trying to push for what they want. And, you know, we talk about the agenda. It's all a part of the agenda because so many of these riots, these peaceful protests that suddenly turn into riots, are funded. And we know this because there's brick deliveries suddenly in the afternoon right before the evening when it turns into a riot.
Yep.
But suddenly, somehow, no one knows where those bricks came from.
Yeah.
I think it's all about the New World Order.
No. It's the axis of evil.
That's what I think it's about.
Yeah, axis of evil. And if you trace the money and you find out it's very Chinese. And also, if you're one of those puppets that gets Chinese money, you better look at the counterfeit bill.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Here's basically what it comes down to. And if you guys don't know your history, go look at history, because this is essentially the Nazi regime all over again.
Oh yeah, you got it right on the point.
Take away religion, take away the right to assemble, take away your job, make you rely on the government. That's exactly what the Nazis did.
Oh yeah.
And then they made you go into the service, and you had to do exactly what they told you. Go to the service or you get shot.
Right. Or they said re-education.
Yep.
Which kind of cracks me up. But I tell everybody, Scotsman, you know this better. Wasn't the period between World War I and Hitler's time, that was called the Weimar Republic or Wiener Republic, or it's Weimar, isn't it?
Damn, now you're making me think. Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact name.
Yeah, I always get it mixed up and I call it the Wiener Republic, and I have every history teacher look at me like crazy.
Yeah, Laurie says it right. W is pronounced with like a V. I'm trying to think what it is though. I can't remember.
I think it's Weiner, isn't it, Lori?
Something along those lines.
Yeah. They were kind of wishy-washy, and Hitler only had a third of the majority of their Reichstag. Is that correct?
Yeah, around about there. Yeah.
Yeah, about a third. Their liberals or leftists or whatever they called them controlled a third, and then you got the conservative that had a third. And you know what happened? We had World War II and the 1930s, which weren't that fun.
Yeah, we're pushing our ways in that direction right now.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. I mean, I've been looking at this for a long time, and I've said it for a long time. For the last few years, the way things have been going, it's following that Nazi regime, the World Health Organization being involved with everything going on, and the CDC telling us we have to do this, we have to do that, with no basis of information of fact.
Yep.
Fact. And you have so many doctors coming out right now that are saying there's no proven fact that this is any worse than regular flu. That,
Boy.
that a mask is going to help you, that this is going to do that. There's been doctors that have done the research versus what the states are saying to what they know. And it's amazing to see, how far off the numbers are that we're being told by media and the government.
Right. Anyway, yeah, I'm your crazy uncle, High Desert Pioneer, so I don't have to worry about it. And I have to agree with Crazy Scotsman. The trouble with the United States, because the media screws up all the information, Japan has a low count. Reason why, we're very hygienic, and we learned from the first time with the Spanish flu, that killed half of Japan. So after that, everybody in Japan's paranoid. They all wear masks. They wash their hands. There's no garbage on the street, because in the 20s, 1920, during their pandemic, they shot people in the face that didn't wear a mask. They were serious about it. And in Japan, we have strict gun laws. So I don't think you're going to argue with military police or regular police saying, "Where's your mask?" And then bang, you're not kidding around. Right now, Japan has about 37,000 people that infected, about maybe 1,000 died. Now you compare that to every other country in the world other than Vietnam, forget who other. There's another country that did the same practice, did their lockdowns early, controlled the rate, so it's hardly anything. And they don't let people in or out, and they monitor everything. But of course, they're either communist, total dictatorship, or they're a constitutional democratic monarchy like Japan. The emperor doesn't have any say-so like World War II, but they have control, and they learned their lesson. They don't want, because Japan, Tokyo, is one of the highest densely populated in the world, next to New York. And you don't see the same effects in Tokyo, in New York. See the big difference?
Yep.
Because in Japan, they learned their lesson, and they weren't kidding around either.
Oh. And like some of these statues and stuff, going back to that, they even took down the Robert the Bruce statue. They back home, they destroyed that.
God,
Robert the Bruce didn't see any black people, guys.
No,
it's like
there is no color.
black. I have to agree with Craig Scottman. Robert the Bruce Now, that was a totally different time period. I don't think they had any black people in Scotland. So Black Lives Matter is not a civil rights movement. It's a terrorist, international terrorist and criminal organization, like the PLO or POL.
Yep. You've had some really high people up in that organization come up and already say they are trained Marxists.
Oh yeah.
That they has nothing to do with Black lives. It is all to do with making sure Trump does not get in office again.
Yep.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Yes, Tibor. It was made out of marble, but still they painted it white and they put clown makeup on it. You know, a lot of these people are ill-informed, brainwashed. I got a video I'm going to put out maybe in a month. How they brainwash your kids since I think 1995 into being little. You know what I mean? Like Hubble's cat.
That's exactly it, though. You know, me and Daniel were talking about this earlier, and you know, that's exactly it. Everyone is being brainwashed, and
Oh, yeah.
you know, it starts with the kids. They've been working with the kids for the last, 20 years, 20, 30 years, trying to turn them into what they want. So when they start getting out of high school and they start going into college and getting out of college and stuff like that,
Right.
they're voting the way they want them to vote. They're doing the stuff they want to happen.
I'm going to show you some of my notes I got right here on that subject. I mean, I have a lot of notes. And they start from 7 to 9 years old, grade school. They go from 9 to 14, middle school. They go from 14 to 18, that's high school. I think it's university in Europe or England or Scotland. Is that right? Crazy Scotsman for college?
What's that?
College or university, that's 18 to 24.
It can be. You can leave high school as young as 16 if your grades are high enough.
Right. See, I still remember.
I left high school at 16, went right to college.
Yeah. Uncle Alan's old, but he isn't, well, old and crazy, but let's see. Let's see. How to brainwash people. I got my notes. Okay. Millennials, that's Generation Y. They call millennials Generation Y because they're whiny. But they prefer being called millennials. It sounds more fancy.
Yep.
And we have their parents, Generation X. They're all getting older and all have the same problems. And then we have
Queen Eleonora says it right. Indoctrination. She sent both her school girls to technical school, and only place that they didn't have indoctrination.
Right. Good. Okay. Let's see. Millennials are pretty easy to brainwash, affected by flashing light patterns in red, blue, and green. So if you see all those weird commercials like Target, what's their background color?
Yep. Oh, that's the thing. You look at all the ads that are coming out these days.
Right.
They suddenly switched everything up to, we're supporting you through this pandemic. And I say pandemic because it is a pandemic. We're supporting you, we'll help you any way we can. We'll do this, we'll do that. We're here for you. No, you are playing the game and you're trying to convince the younger generation that doesn't know any better that this is a real thing when it's really not. Is the virus real? Yes. But is all the rest of this crap going on? No.
Well, like I said, you got to be careful on that one. But
they're trying to give them everything they need, sort of like they're moving them right toward the socialistic way of life, you know.
Right. But the way they brainwash people, if you watch the ads on TV, they're using color bases of red, blue, and green. Target uses mainly red because it affects people from 18 to 22 constantly. They're like zooming to Target all the time. We're going to Target. You see every YouTube channel. We're going to Target. And I'm kind of looking at them like, why are you going to Target? Because it says so. We're going to Target. And it's red. And then as they get older, it switches to blue and green. They tried it with yellow, but they had some weird effects with yellow. People were hitting too many street lights. I don't know why. It's like they tried a yellow background to brainwash people. All it did was people were hitting other cars, hitting stoplights. It didn't change their minds. They're still thinking what they want. But the blue and green, when they get older from 22 to 35, affected by this light pattern, it changes their minds. They're like, the sky is green. The world is flat. I believe in Adolf Hitler. You know, like that. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with these people? Am I right, guys?
I don't know.
They're like total zombies. They're walking around going, "Arr."
What's the green for?
Greens, when they get older, they change from red because red works better for from 18 to 22-year-olds, and from 22 years to 35-year-olds, they switch to either blue or green as a mind.
Blue is Walmart then?
What?
Blue is Walmart? Go
I
spend your
believe
money.
so. Yeah, because Walmart's using a lot of blue. What do you think, Crazy Scotsman? Is Uncle Alan nuts or?
No, I mean there's I'm pretty sure there's some truth to that for sure. I mean you got to look at all the different ads that are out there. You know, look at things like Facebook, Instagram, which is run by Facebook.
Well, they run the same ads all the time.
Many other things. They run the same ads all the time. They run specific ads to you via Google because everything is through Google now. Google has all your information and they know what you're looking at on your computer, and they're taking
The AI picks up what you're cruising through, and they just keep throwing it at you.
Exactly, and they keep putting that on top of your mind and trying to make you buy more and do this and do that.
Yep. No, I have to agree with Lori. If you lived in Eastern Germany, you would have been in all three categories. Because it's a progression stage. Each stage affects the mind and trains it. It's like training a little dog, except you're training little human beings to be a good factory worker, to be a good shopper, to be a good Walmart shopper, be good this, and be a good you know what. You know, and pretty soon some guy with a guitar will be singing, and there's a big campfire, and there's people hanging around, usually in trees, and I start to get worried. Do you understand that joke, Crazy Scotsman?
I do.
So it's like I have to be really careful because anything goes on the internet will stay on the internet, in the cloud. And a lot of people who are rioting right now or protesting or yelling or fantasizing or whatever they're doing, they're getting 10 to 40 years. So think of what you do before you do it. And don't go around waving cardboard signs because it's on the internet, the cloud, every tracking device in the world.
It's like when my significant other is sitting in front of the big TV in the other room, and she's doing this and saying the words that you're supposed to be able to say at home, but you can't now. You know, I'm telling her, watch what you say, and they're listening to you.
Oh yeah, especially if it's a big screen TV, one like what I have in the background. Yeah, pick up every sound you say. If it's Apple, it's even worse. If you have the little tower thing, I hate those things. I will not let it in the house or Siri's. I forbid it. My nephew's trying to, well, I'll help you out, Uncle. I said, no, I'm not having that 4-letter, 6-letter, 8-letter word on that device. It's not coming into my house.
No,
I
I
still
don't
have
blame
tr-
you, man. I don't
I
blame
still
you.
have, I still have trouble with my cell phone, and it's way over there, so it doesn't listen to us or take pictures. Hi, Gil. Gil's there.
Hi,
And
Gil.
hey, Hubbles Cat.
Yep. Well, think about it, man. Every time you download an app on your phone and needs
Loopholes.
permission to this and
Oh
permission
man,
to
we
that.
have a stream. Meow.
Hey, Tasha.
Yeah, when you download apps and stuff, or when you get a new phone, it wants permission for this and permission for that, this, that, the other. I don't
Yeah,
understand how half these apps need permission for half the stuff they ask for.
Yeah, I said no.
But you can't use them if you don't accept it.
yeah. So you can push no, then they just block you out of it.
Yep, and I'm happy for it.
So I just look at the screen and say, I must not have needed that.
Yep. Because you heard what Crazy Scotsman, you heard what India did.
What's that?
You heard what India did. Because India and China are fighting right now. They banned TikTok and 50 apps from their telecommunications. They said, nope, you're not coming into our country. And they gave legal notice to, right now because of Amazon, Facebook, Google, Alphabet Company, and I forgot the third. Reddit, they gave them walking papers telling them straighten out or ship out. That was India. And right now, the U.S. Senate is questioning all these high-tech firms for possible industrial and also domestic, also foreign espionage. If you watch the news, I watch international news like Will does, right, Will?
Yep.
And
You
then,
learn a lot from them.
oh yeah,
Yep.
and Mark Zuckerberg saying, really, we didn't do any of those things. Yeah, right. You're going to go 10, 40 years. And that bald-headed guy from Amazon, yeah, I don't think you're going to be rich anymore, son.
Yep.
He keeps putting his money back into his company so they can't get it.
Yes.
Build another warehouse.
That's funny, peoples. Yeah, entirely unrelated. Yep.
Yeah, and I would be worried about Facebook because Zuckerberg is going to be in the hot seat, and Google is on the target list by every country in the world. They don't like you to spy on them. Japan has warrants against Google. Also, China and what else? China, South Korea, Malaysia. Oh, Singapore, big time.
So I saw a post the other day, and it was from a Facebook thing. I'm not on Facebook, but someone sent me this via Instagram, and basically it was a picture of a cop with a Black Lives Matter person behind him, basically sticking a knife in his neck. Now, Facebook said there was no issues with this post whatsoever. It didn't violate any of their policies. So somehow that's okay, but we can't show guns. We can't do this. We can't do that, which is doing no harm whatsoever. But they can show a picture of a cop being stabbed in the throat.
I can answer your question, Crazy Scotsman, but you're not going to like it. Facebook is a front for the Chinese government. Even the PLA, the People's Liberation Army, doesn't like the CCP, which controls Facebook. Originally, it's supposed to go to the People's Liberation Army of China, and they want to use it for intelligence. But the communist Chinese party.
Well, Zuckerberg's wife is from China.
Yeah, but she's American. I got a little bit. I'm not too sure. She's not.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I'm not.
She is from China. I was reading about it the other day.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise
she
me
was from
if
Ohio.
they're all working together. I'm not. That's why, you know, I haven't done Facebook in years because it got so much bullshit on it. I just stopped doing it.
Yeah, there's a lot of disinformation and other information. After I finish this series, whatchamacallit, Stop Looking Around, I'm going to go way deep for that on YouTube, into the rabbit hole.
That's right, Hooples. That is interesting. An interesting thought is how close is the CIA and China?
Real close. Also MI6 too.
Well, think about this too. 1979, there was a KGB agent who did an interview. I don't know the person's name that he did the interview with, but he was talking about all this kind of stuff and how the KGB basically was infiltrating America, and it takes, on average, 20 to 30 years to indoctrinate what they want, which is
Right.
what's going on now.
That was Yuri Brit. The first name's Yuri. Yuri. I met the guy. Brezhnev, Brezhnor, Brezhny, IJE, and also Gil's right. She was born in Massachusetts, so there's a lot of sleeper agents. But anyway, Gil's right on that count right there. If everybody sees that, she was born in Massachusetts, and was it Yuri Brezhnev? Sound like Porky
Hi,
Pig.
Jay.
Yeah, that's it. Keyboard got it. Brezhnov. Was that right, Scotsman?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, because he did a Dick Cavett interview warning people about sleeper socialists and communists invading America.
Yep.
I remember stuff. Uncle Al's a little old and a little nuts. Call me Uncle Al.
That's all right, man. We're all a little crazy.
That's all right. It's
In our
all
own
like
way, yep.
yeah, it's like all the movies you see, like science fiction or fantasy or wartime or whatever. Yeah, the crazy guy was right. Let's get the hell out of here. I think I did a video on that too. Hashtag crazy guy. You punch it in on YouTube and it shows you all the movies where the crazy guy was right. He was right about the aliens. He was right about the Nazis. He was right about Hitler, you know.
Right? That's it. Guy with a tinfoil hat.
Yep. Hi, Mrs.
Howdy, Mrs. Green Thumb. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I read somewhere that they bring their kids into our country as babies and let them just to grow up in our culture.
Yep. It's called Sleeper Agents. And also, Gil is leaving. Stop by to say hello and get some water. He's, like I said, folks, this heat wave's creeping from my area from last week and it's heading across, and it's hitting, I think, Idaho at 101.
Okay, Gil, I didn't see you out going out. Have a great rest of your day.
Well, what's your temperature over your side?
Where I'm at, it's 88.
Oh, that's still good. Scotsman.
But the humidity's terrible.
True.
Yeah, we're low 90s. Humidity sucks.
Yeah. As long as you got humidity, it's fine. You don't want it when the humidity's gone and it reaches like 110, 107, 112. And then it's going to really suck because it's creeping across and it's hitting certain areas. And right
Yeah,
now,
it's supposed to be 100 here this weekend. So
yeah, I heard Oklahoma and northern Texas is going to get the worst of it because I've been tracking all these weather patterns. Hopefully this evening I'll explain to Gil what's going on. Everybody says it's pollution. If I see another finger quotes on it's man-made pollution or that kid,
bye, Lori.
hi Lori, or that kid from Norway trying to bum a ride or something, I'm going to throw up. Okay, like Dave from Southern Ohio Prepping. See, I still remember things after 2 strokes. I still got my brain. So,
I don't want it to snow, Hooples.
yeah, I'm getting to that point. Right now we're in fire and ice season. So after the fire, we're going to have tons of ice, and that'll be Hooples area in Toronto. Okay, because I got a weird S curve, and what it's doing is Siberia.
Gorillas and guns, welcome.
Hey, Gorilla and Guns. There's a weird S curve going up around the North Pole. Siberia is having 101-degree temperatures, which is really weird. Alaska is getting close to about 100. Yeah, 101 degrees in Siberia. Okay, Siberia is supposed to be cold. Am I right, guys?
Supposed to be.
Well, you know, this entire past year, all over the country, has been crazy.
But I've heard
Right.
it's gotten really warm up here lately.
Oh, yeah. But what people doesn't realize, that opens up the Northwest Passage. So Russia has a free line to any parts of the world. Boom. And they could go anywhere around the world. Just go over the North Pole. That's it. Because no North Pole. Where is it at? Hudson Bay. Because a lot of people say, oh no, the polar ice caps are shrinking. No, it's moving. It's heading towards the Hudson Bay. No, it's shrinking. All the glaciers are shrinking.
I heard there's like islands underneath the ice already. Like caverns or whatever they call them.
Yeah, that's
Caverns
South Pole.
underneath the ice pack on top.
North Pole, no. South Pole, yes. It's South Pole that has the caverns that are opening up. North Pole, because the Nautilus, and I forgot that Russian sub and a Canadian sub that went under the North Pole. There's no land masses there. The ice is drifting towards Hudson Bay. And if I'm right, and we have a really bad winter, North Passage one for Canada. Yeah, better speak Russian, Cat. It switched sides.
Oh, hey Jay, you get your package? Just better check on that real quick.
Probably will, T-Board. Yeah, it's critically low, but it's shifting.
Yep. All right, yeah, I just want to make sure it got there.
Yeah, because a lot of people, it's not really melting, it's shifting, it's changing position from solid to liquid, and that liquid's heading towards Hudson Bay. Now, a lot of people don't realize that Hudson Bay, many millions of years ago, was a freshwater lake covered in ice. But it bust through, and that was the end of the ice age, because guess what came in? Seawater. And it's reversing it. What I'm really afraid of, guys, if all that fresh water goes into the wrong spots, not seawater, fresh water, you screw up the big, ocean engine. It keeps the planet regular.
Yeah.
And once you have that going, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah, we haven't had many fires this year.
no, we have a bunch.
A bunch. Well, you guys
Yeah.
always have a bunch. But I was talking like away from the California area.
Let's see, I thought I was up a little bit. You guys can hear me all right, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, enjoy the heat right now, because if I'm right, the first snowstorms are going to be coming around in September, and I'm betting it'll be around the Great Lakes, go right straight to Ontario to Hudson Bay, and S curves towards New York, or New York. It's like a bad girl twisting. But anyway, the cold weather pattern will be from Hudson Bay all the way down to Toronto to the Great Lakes and sweep to S pattern because of the Earth's rotation out to New York or Washington.
All right, I think we're gonna leave it here, you guys.
Okay, that's cool. We had a nice
I got an hour. I made up the time I was late getting in.
cool. Okay, I'll catch you guys. Nice meeting you. Crazy
Thanks for coming up, everybody on the panel, Scotsman. I appreciate it for sure.
Absolutely.
You can come up anytime, my friend. You know that.
Appreciate it.
All right, catch you guys on Monday.
All right.
All right,
catch
everyone
you
take
guys.
care. Stay
Have a
safe.
great 4th of July, you guys.
Eat a lot, drink a lot.
If you're in
Stay
the heat,
hydrated.
drink a lot. Yep. Next time.